Alright, so we've got another episode coming at you. I believe this is episode 5, and I'm going to try to go quickly for this one because I noticed I've been going really in detail and really in depth, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it makes it really hard to watch these videos because you got to commit to watching 15 minutes or you got to skip forward. But, you know, I still want to be as in depth as possible, so I am going to try to be a little bit quicker on this one though. So, first question. Paul says, the toilet seat won't stay up for some reason. Please help. What can I do? It's kind of hard to piss and hold the seat at the same time. Velcro patches. Stick those things on the toilet on the top of the lid, stick that thing on, it's going to hold on there. When you're done, just push it right back down. Or alternatively, get better aim. If you lift up the top part and leave the little seated part down and you can aim without hitting that, that is a plus. One, you're going to appease the ladies because they love it when you leave the seat down, and you're a better master with your flesh sword. You know, dong mastery and lady pleasing go hand in hand, so now you can knock out two. It's a win-win situation. So, Connor says, how can I grow my calves? In short, I think tempo, time under tension, and heavy weights is the thing that works. It's largely genetic, but think about it. Your calves go through constant high volume all day. Every time you walk, you're using your calves. So I thought about it recently and thought, okay, high volume isn't necessarily going to work because my calves are already pretty good at handling high volume. So what I did is I switched to more time under tension at a really high weight. So for example, I'll go down for about 10 seconds on my negative with really high weight, and then I go up for about 2 to 3, and I blast that out. Not necessarily high volume, but you know, I can go up to high volume with that. But if I don't do high volume, I'm just doing that extreme tempo, extreme time under tension, I immediately follow it with some high volume, and I've been seeing good results with that. I'm saying that'll work for you, not necessarily, but it's been working for me. And then he also asked for any tips on forward neck or, you know, cross neck, lordosis. There's a couple things. I got a pretty good case of it, to be honest, when I'm not focusing on it. It's where your head is forward, your shoulders are like, you got a little hunch, a little C right here in your spine. You want to be nice and straight just like this. I don't know if the angle is showing it pretty well. But, so there's a couple causes for this. One, your posture may just be bad and you just an inherently learned trait. You just never corrected it when you were young, and so you got stuck to standing like that. Another cause is you could have a really strong or tight chest and a comparatively weak back. I'm not saying you have a weak back, but it can be one of the things that increase this form. Like, think about it. Your chest is pulling in, your back's weak, so it's not pulling back, so you're pulling everything forward, your head's hunched forward. So some good fixes are get a door frame just like this, put your hands in between it, and walk forward. You're stretching out your chest, you're opening everything up, you're gonna counteract it essentially. But I mean, it's not gonna do it instantly, but keep doing that. Do that little stretch. It definitely helps. I do it myself. And there's another exercise that you can do to try to correct your head posture is you put your chin into your Adam's apple with keeping minimal head movement. I normally do it for 3 sets. I'll do it for about 10 seconds a time, and that's my set. So you go like this, you pull your chin in, you see how everything straightens up. I like to do it against the wall, but I'm not going to do that right now. You hold it for about 10 seconds, you release, that's a set. You do that a couple times a day, it'll work. Another trick is to just have a conscious effort to fixing that. Every now and then you'll find yourself slouching, you're sitting like this, just go, oh man, I should probably fix this. Do this. Eventually it becomes second nature and your posture gets better. Okay, next question. Alex says, question, and I probably know the answer, but yeah. Why do women gain so much belly fat right under their belly button? Why is it so damn hard to get rid of? So it's not necessarily just women that get that. It's a lot of people get that. It's largely dependent on your genetics, where you're just genetically predisposed to hold fat the most. For example, I'm one of those people. Except I'm kind of weird. I only hold fat in 2 places. The rest of me will stay lean year round. My legs will stay with striations no matter how much weight I get. But my stomach and my face will get a little chubby. It's the only places that I really hold fat. So, yeah, it's largely dependent on your genetics, and it's not necessarily hard to get rid of, it's just you have more there. So everything else may look like it's getting more ripped, but it had less to lose. Your stomach, or whatever that spot is that you're talking about, has more, so it's going to take longer to get rid of it because there is more. You also asked, how can I get rid of fat in that one spot? It's impossible. There is no such thing as spot reduction. For example, everybody has abs, but there's a layer of fat over it, you can't see it. No matter how many crunches you do, you're not going to see the abs if there's fat in front of it. So what you need to do is just drop your overall body fat level. Once you drop your overall body fat, things are going to start to lean out, you're going to start to see it, you're not going to lose it in one spot. It's not going to happen. It's just not possible. That's liposuction. If you want to do it naturally, you have to lose everything, and that spot may take longer because it has more, so keep that in mind. Alright, Another question from Derek Demore. He said, what kind of endorphins are released during a workout, and can you release too much? So, endorphins are generally a response that your brain will trigger when it's trying to reduce pain or stress, things like that. You want pain relief. And these things have a very similar effect as to like some drugs without the addictive qualities. Like I know some endorphins are, compared to morphine, things like that. And but you're also releasing neurotransmitters as well. One of them in specific is serotonin. I can't pick one thing that you're releasing because not everyone releases them in the same levels. Some people don't respond very well. Some people don't respond at all. It also largely depends on how much you're releasing throughout the day as regular. Some people have regularly low serotonin levels and other endorphin levels. And a lot of times those people have depression because that's one of the causes or like one of the things that play a role in depression, chemical imbalances. But yeah, serotonin is definitely one of them, and it's a very good thing to release because that is one of the things that can combat depression. A lot of people work out when they're depressed. Doctors will prescribe people that are depressed sometimes, or like advise it anyways, to work out. I know when I go through bouts of depression, I work out a lot more and I feel a lot better. And I know I just like working out, but I just generally feel better mentally and physically. Can you release too much? Probably not. I wouldn't worry about it. If anything, you're going to have the opposite effect. When you're doing these workouts, you're going to produce more and release more. You're probably not going to run out because your body has its own natural production anyways. Whether or not you have a low level already is a whole different issue. But running out of endorphins and these neurotransmitters when you're working out likely isn't going to be an issue if the rest of your body is healthy. If anything, it's going to have a positive effect. So, I think that... Nope, there's one more question. Paul, another one. Okay, Paul, this one's serious though. He said, if I'm trying to build, do I have to stay away from unhealthy food and just stick to a strict, clean diet? No, you don't. I don't. Lots of people don't. You don't have to. Is it ideal to? Yeah. Is it ideal to not stay only strict, clean diet? Actually, I wouldn't even say it's ideal to only eat a clean diet. I don't eat a completely clean diet. I'd go fucking crazy if I did. Is it possible to do it without it? Yes. Do you have to do it? No. So, do you have to eat only clean foods trying to build? No. It's the simplest way to say is no. You don't only have to eat clean foods. And yeah, that was everything I tried to knock out. I think I got 5 questions. If you have any more, send them my way. If you need a more in-depth answer, you can always message me. Or you can ask a more specific question, more in-detail question in the comments. Shoot me a message or whatever, and I can try to get back to it. Yeah, there we go.